What's up? My name is Elsa Rhae. I live full-time in a 13-foot Scamp trailer with partner Baron and dog Camp. And in the close to 2 years that we've been doing this, we definitely have taken on the label of minimalists. But it goes beyond just getting rid of stuff and buying less stuff. We are essentially essentialists. We can only have the items that are essential to life because there's no other option. There's not enough room. So in today's video, I thought you might find it interesting to know about 30-ish different things that I no longer buy after moving into the Scamp. The first section is body-related stuff. Hair products. I wash my hair with shampoo and conditioner about once every 1 to 2 weeks. It's really just whenever I have access to a shower. If my hair is looking really greasy in between showers, I'll put it in a braid, I'll put it in a bun, I'll wear a hat. It's really not a big deal. But things like hairspray, dry shampoo, leave-in conditioner, I no longer buy those things because when I do add those chemicals to my hair, it's just this nasty, gunky feeling that I'm not used to anymore, so I just completely avoid them. Makeup. Many of you know that this channel started as a makeup and face and body paint channel. It has come a long way since then. But in this lifestyle, I have no need to wear makeup, and it's also really difficult to wash my face with no running water, so I've stopped using it altogether, and I've in turn saved hundreds of dollars in no longer buying makeup. Tampons. Tampons cost a lot of money, and I'd have to buy them once every other month. Even before Scamp Life, I switched to a Diva cup, a reusable menstrual cup. It is amazing. You can leave it in up to 12 hours. You can even leave it in overnight. Once you get past the weirdness of sticking your fingers and a cup inside of your vagina, it is the best, most life-changing thing I may have ever done. Lotion. This is another thing I've done for a long time. I do not at all like to have those chemicals in these lotion bottles all over my skin, so I just use coconut oil. You can use coconut oil for everything. Deodorant. My body type is one that just doesn't sweat a whole lot. I never have, even when playing sports. I did start buying some natural deodorants back a few years ago and liked them just fine, but I never really ended up wearing them, so now I just altogether don't wear deodorant, and if I get stinky, I just use some soap and water. The next section is entertainment. Art supplies. I used to buy things like paintbrushes, notebooks, sketchbooks, pens, but at the beginning of this year I bought an iPad specifically because we were living in a Scamp and I don't have space for all of those art supplies. And what I can do now is almost everything I could do before on my iPad digitally. All I need is the iPad itself and my Apple Pencil. If you care to see any of the art that I create on my iPad, you can follow me on Instagram. My handle is Elsa Rhae. Books. To be honest, I really didn't read much before moving into the Scamp, but now that we live this lifestyle, I have a wealth of time and have really taken a love to reading. However, we don't have any space for physical books, so I just download them all on my iPad. Then I can have a huge library of books that takes up no more room than this. Concerts. Now, there's nothing wrong with spending money on concerts. It's just something that I have kind of grown out of. Occasionally, yes, if a really good friend asks me to go to a really good show, of course I would go, but it's nothing that I really seek out to go and do. There's a lot of stuff that I would rather spend my money on than live shows just because I've kind of been there, done that. Gym memberships. We don't need a gym membership because we live outside and work out every day by just having fun. Dog toys. Camp doesn't even like to play with toys, and if he does, he'll pick up a stick for a second or bite my hands. My mom will get him dog toys and he'll play with them for a second, but he's just not into that, and he's a freaking dog. How many historical ancestral dogs have you known to have dog toys? Holiday gifts. This also includes birthday gifts. It's hard for me to want to buy things for people when I don't want or need things myself. I've learned a lot about the value in things, and it just doesn't feel right anymore to give somebody something that I don't know if it'll have value for them. So instead, I will spend time with this person, I will call them and speak to them with my voice on the phone. I'll take them out to dinner to go eat food, or I'll make something for them, or I'll give them one of my wood stickers. ElsaRae.com. There's still a lot of intent behind the energy that I give to a person on a holiday or a birthday, and I don't think that that goes unnoticed. Television subscriptions. I don't watch TV in the first place, but we also don't have unlimited data, so we're unable to watch things even if we wanted to. If I do want to watch a show or a documentary or something when I'm back at the Scamp, I go online and I download it so that I can watch it offline later. The next section is food. Fast food. I've been out of the fast food game for a long time. It does not at all call to me, even when we're traveling on the road. McDonald's and Burger King and Taco Bell, all those things. I think they're disgusting, so that's an easy one. Drinks on the town. Something I used to do all the time in the city and loved because I didn't have anything else to do was go get drinks with friends in the evenings. I spent a lot of money doing that and it didn't really build me as a person as fun as it was. Nowadays, I'll occasionally go get a drink with friends who are visiting. There's a really excellent whiskey distillery in town, but beyond that, it's just not worth it to spend that money and I'd rather do anything else. Takeout food and drinks. We don't often go out to eat, but when we do, I generally don't take anything out. Styrofoam sucks, and those styrofoam takeout containers really suck to throw away. Our trash can is super tiny, so it just doesn't work. We only order enough that we can eat. And as for single-use coffee cups, there are so many ways around this and so many reusable cups for sale. It's like a trendy thing to do. Using your own coffee mug helps you, it helps the coffee shop. Your coffee stays warmer. Usually coffee shops give you a discount. The coffee shop then doesn't have to go through so many cups and also doesn't have to have so much trash. It just makes so much sense. Frozen foods. This one's easy. We don't have a freezer, so naturally we don't buy any frozen foods. I've got a video on my YouTube channel about how we keep our cooler cold without ice. It's a really excellent and easy method. Check it out if you are interested. Plastic wrap and foil. It boggles my brain to spend money on something that I'm just gonna throw away as soon as I'm done using it, especially when there are so many other ways around using foil and plastic wrap. I have 3 glass Tupperware containers that I'll use if I happen to have leftover food I need to store, and I simply just don't cook with foil. However, a lot of people leave things with us when they come and visit for some reason. Recently somebody did leave foil, so I have been using it. It's a useful thing, but I just don't buy it. Canned daily drinks. I used to love drinking Red Bull or yerba mate teas or all kinds of those drinks. I'd buy one almost every day, and that freaking adds up, dude. Not only are those drinks often not very good for you, but you're spending like around $5 every day. That's like $150 a month on drinks. What I do instead is drink water from my water bottle and put some sort of a flavoring like lemon or something inside of it. Or I'll take that same water bottle and go fill it up at the local health food store where they have kombucha on tap. For my friends in Kansas City, there's an awesome kombucha store in Lenexa. They have dozens of different flavors of kombucha on tap. My mom works there. You can go in with your own bottles and fill up as much kombucha as you want without producing any waste. Check it out. It's called T-Biotics in Lenexa, Kansas. Tupperware. I used to get my Tupperware from IKEA. I would buy Tupperware, then once it got damaged or lost, I would go buy more. And that's stupid. Like I said, now I have 3 Tupperware containers. That's all I have. It's all I need. Dishes. Something I also like to do every time I would move in the city, which was about once a year, was buy new dishes for every new place that I lived. That's also stupid. I know it's fun to have new things and to decorate new spaces, but it's so much more efficient and effective to buy a very nice set of dishes or a very nice set of anything. Buy it once and you never have to buy it again. Coffee filters and tea bags. Because we have such a small trash can and we don't have access to any type of trash dump, we try to make the smallest amount of waste as possible. And it just became easy to not use coffee filters. I now make cowboy coffee. It's so easy. I have so many videos where I talk about it. I'll link that down below if you're interested. As for tea bags, if there is tea at the health food store that's on sale, yeah, I might buy it, but I just generally enjoy making loose leaf tea out of herbs that I buy in bulk at the health food store. Second to last section is clothing. This might go without saying, but I just don't have any freaking room for clothes in the Scamp. You can watch several of my videos and see that I only have a little bin to store all of my clothes. I used to love buying cheap clothes at the mall or going to thrift stores. I'm a sucker for a good deal. But even now, I just don't have the option to have any new clothes in the Scamp unless it's very important. Cheap jewelry. I love jewelry. I love rings, earrings, necklaces, but I can't have those anymore because I don't have any room. Forever 21 and their cheapo jewelry used to be my favorite thing. Now, just like the rest of all the things that I love, I buy high quality jewelry, if I buy jewelry at all, that'll last me forever. Laundry. This includes things like dryer sheets, harsh detergents, bleach, fabric softener. I either use Dr. Bronner's or a really natural laundry soap made by Zum, local from Kansas City. I've found that these types of detergents don't get your clothes quite as clean or smell quite as nice as things like Tide and all that other stuff, but it's without the harsh chemicals sitting in the fabric of my clothes, without the chemicals going into the water systems. It deteriorates my clothes so much less because the lack of chemicals. And I like the smell of essential oils that these types of soaps have versus the artificial smelling, perfume heavy types of detergents. Swimsuits. Something my sister and I used to do every season was go buy a new swimsuit or two at Target. Same deal as everything else, those swimsuits were terrible quality, and that's why I'd have to go buy new ones the next year. What I have now is one two-piece swimsuit that also acts as a sports bra and a pair of underpants. Multi-purpose, and I'll never do anything different. The last section is household. Plants. Obviously, I don't have room for plants in the Scamp, but even if I did, I now know, thanks to my friend Jill, that it's so easy to split plants that you already have. For example, Jill will take plants that she has, split them, put them into new starter pots like this, and give them to friends or sell them to local shops. It's an excellent way to repopulate plants that already live without spending any money. And it's cool to have effectively the children plants of one of your friends' plants. Isn't that sweet? Electricity. Of course, we don't pay for electricity, we live off the grid, but we have to have electricity to live and work in the way that we like to. So we collect all of our electricity from the sun. Yes, there was the pretty hefty initial investment of our Goal Zero solar system, but like Elon Musk says, the sun is the most reliable source of energy. It comes up every single day. Batteries. We no longer buy AAA, AA disposable batteries because it's simply inefficient and costs a lot of money. Now we have upgraded most of our things to be able to recharge on USB or through our Goal Zero batteries. For example, we got rid of our headlamps that required batteries and instead found some headlamps that have an internal battery that can be charged through USB. Light bulbs. Same thing as the batteries, we no longer buy light bulbs. We have light bulbs that have internal batteries within them that we can recharge off of our Goal Zero battery. But even before we lived in the Scamp, we had our favorite little light called a Life X bulb. It's an LED bulb with a full color spectrum that lasts over 22 years. We have since given it to a friend, I can't remember who. Whoever we gave it to obviously doesn't use it because we haven't heard anything about it for 2 years. Cleaners. I don't use any type of cleaners, of window sprays, nothing. All I use for everything is Dr. Bronner's, including my body. And last is plastic bags. Is it not strange that we have trash cans that we put a piece of trash into so that we can then put all of our trash into that? It's a piece of trash that we use to carry the rest of our trash. I understand why that makes sense. I know that there aren't a whole lot of other options, and I know that most people don't have the time or the desire to wash out their trash can with soap and water every time they get done using it. In our current culture, it is really hard to avoid plastic bags. For example, nearly all of our food comes in a bag of some sort. So in our tiny trash can, we'll use these types of bags as our trash bags. They're already in our possession. It's a fully functional container and it helps us to produce less trash. So about once a week, seriously, about once a week, we'll take this bag stuffed full of trash and we'll go to a gas station or grocery store or any public trash and toss this right in. It's an excellent way to reuse the trash that we already have, and it leaves a very small footprint. I hope that you found this interesting. I hope it wasn't too long. If you like videos like this, please let me know in the comments. I love hearing from you. I read every single comment, always. If you enjoy the content that Baron and I make and take value from it or take information from it for yourselves, consider buying one of my stickers on my website at elsarhae.com or even leaving a donation if you feel so inclined. I sincerely appreciate all of you who are following our journey, and I will see you in the next video.